The humidity of the Paleocene era is thick enough to choke the lungs of any living creature. But in the heart of the iron mangroves, the air is heavy with something far more worse. The scent of stagnant water and old death hangs in the humid air of this ancient sanctuary. This is a landscape where the sun barely touches the mud, a place for the cold-blooded. Survival in this dark realm is decided in mere heartbeats by the fastest and most lethal hunters.
Today, 2 prehistoric titans have wandered into this arena, and only one can claim the apex title.
The great ape, a mountain of muscle and scarred fur, moves through the dense and green ferns. He moves with a quiet and practiced intensity, navigating the obstacles of the ancient and wild jungle. He is a guardian of the high ridges, where the air is thinner and the ground stable. But hunger and the changing climate have driven him down into the treacherous and dark swamplands.
Every step he takes vibrates through the soft earth as he enters the territory of the serpent.
As he reaches the edge of a blackwater tributary, and he suddenly freezes, sensing a presence nearby him. His legendary senses detect a ripple, not a splash, but a rhythmic and heavy slither in water. It is a heavy slither that moves against the natural flow of the current beneath the surface.
He knows he is no longer the hunter, and he is being hunted by something massive and lethal.
From the dark and tea-colored depths, the Titanoboa rises to meet her challenger on the shore.
She is 48 feet of pure and unadulterated crushing power from the dawn of time itself.
Her scales, the color of wet moss and obsidian, provide a perfect camouflage in the swamp environment.
They provide a perfect camouflage until the moment of the strike, when she reveals her true form.
She doesn't roar. She simply uncoils her head, rising slowly to the level of the ape's chest.
The primate beats his chest a thunderous sound that echoes through the mangroves like a warning bell.
The Titanoboa strikes with liquid lightning, moving faster than the eye can follow across the muddy ground.
The sound of snapping timber from the surrounding brush is drowned out by the sickening struggle crunch.
But the primate possesses a weapon, and the serpent does not. He has a tactical and thinking mind, finding a leverage point against a submerged redwood root, and the ape heaves his entire weight forward now. It is a chaotic dance of fur and slime as the 2 prehistoric giants fight for dominance. The serpent attempts to drag him into the deep water, to drown him in the dark swamp.
The ape delivers a series of devastating hammer fists to the serpent's spine, hoping to shatter it.
The struggle reaches a fever pitch as they roll into the deeper water of the mangrove swamp.
A whirlpool of mud and blood marks the site of the encounter in the dark swamp waters.
For a moment, both titans disappear beneath the surface, leaving the jungle in an eerie silence.
The jungle falls into an eerie silence, and the only sound being the distant rumble of a volcano.
Suddenly the water erupts, and the great ape emerges, gasping for air in the humid jungle heat. The strike forces a momentary release, as the serpent recoils in agony from the shark and pain.
Sensing a temporary opening, the great ape scrambles back to the safety of the high river bank.
He stands there, chest heaving, blood dripping from his shoulder, watching the dark water for any movement. The massive shadow of the serpent retreats back into the dark depths of the ancient iron swamp. The battle is over for now, but the hunt never truly ends in the prehistoric world.
As the mist swallows the iron mangroves, the great ape.
It is a reminder to the swamp that the king may be wounded, but he is king. The tools of survival are left behind as the cycle of life continues in this ancient jungle. But they have witnessed a clash of titans and a story that will be passed down through the ages. Night brings a new set of challenges to the inhabitants of this prehistoric and lethal world environment. She waits in the shadows for her next chance to strike at the heart of the jungle. The earth itself is restless as the era of giants continues to shape the future of world. He finds sanctuary in the high ridges, far away from the cold-blooded predators of the swamp. He is wounded, but his spirit is unbroken, a testament to the strength of the great ape. A new day begins in the iron mangroves, but the scars of yesterday's battle are still visible. The physical evidence of their struggle remains a permanent mark on the landscape of the ancient world. He is ready to face whatever new challenges the Paleocene era has in store for him today. She remains a phantom of the swamp and a silent predator that waits for the perfect moment of strike. The cycle of life and death continues as the hunters and the hunted play their ancient parts. He must maintain his strength for the battles that lie ahead in this dangerous and wild land. The eyes of the jungle are always watching, observing the struggles of the titans below their flight. The heat of the day is intense, driving most creatures into the shade of the thick ferns.
She is a creature of the sun and the swamp, using the environment to her lethal advantage.
He moves with caution, knowing that the serpent could be lurking anywhere in the deep green shadows.
The rain brings a momentary peace to the jungle, but the hunt will soon begin again now.
He waits for the storm to pass his mind, always thinking about the next move of enemy.